All right, everybody, welcome back to another week of the Tuesday Night Racing Series. My name is Dylan Hastings. This is the Tuesday Night Racing Series where we run the NASCAR trucks here on most of the NASCAR circuit. I think actually all of the NASCAR circuit. Tonight is going to be at Phoenix. We have a total of 150 laps tonight in the new configuration that iRacing has finally updated for us. I want to thank you to iRacing for this amazing simulation and the way that we can get out here and compete, and just pretty awesome. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. George Williams out there, Mike Melendez, Swavely's out there commenting. It looks like Dawn Easley's out there, Evan Bushmaster's out there, Kay Hopkins Bedwell's out there tuning in. So thank you guys all truly for your support for your driver, your favorite driver, and all that. So I truly appreciate that. These guys are going to get grid up here. Let's go ahead and go through this information really quick. Tonight is the final round of 8. So we have only 4 drivers advancing to the final round for the championship at Atlanta next week, next Tuesday night at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. And so Austin Shoemaker's already locked himself into the to that final round with the win last week. And so we now have 3 drivers that will be competing. Those that have the fluorescent banners on their truck will be competing for the final spot in tonight's race. After that, 3 drivers will be eliminated. Am I saying that correctly? Hold on. There's a total of 8.
Not going.
Well, I'm glad that they just paused that. We throw the caution so that we can go ahead and go through the field with you guys. There's a total of 8 drivers right now. 1 has locked himself in, and then 3 drivers are moving on. You guys can do the math there as I'm trying to juggle a bunch of things here. Stage 1 tonight will be lap 45. Stage 2 will be lap 90. The track temperature is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Outside temperature 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity 27 degrees. Clear skies. 2-mile-an-hour winds in the simulator. And it's going to be an awesome race. Let's go ahead and go through the grid really quick. We'll cover the top 10 as these guys come around here. Tyler Dixon, congratulations, I believe, on his first pole for this season. Congratulations to him. Wyatt Brackett second, Chris Bedwell third, Chris Shoemaker fourth, Brandon Robertson fifth, Richard Swavely 6th, Joseph Mahara 7th, Ray Rogers 8th, Aaron Adcock 9th, and Matt Grenier will round out our top 10 drivers for the grid. As you can see, the pace truck is going to dive off here in just a second. Now, they'd have to come all the way around here to catch the green flag for the initial start of the race, and then it will be controlled by the leader, as it always is. This track's a little bit different, though, because the pace truck with the new configuration, it dives off way back there on the back stretch. And the front stretch, the start of the race is way back up here on what used to be almost the back stretch of the race. So we are going to catch the green flag here in just a moment as these guys are going to kick it off, and Tyler Dixon will lead us off here for the Phoenix 150. I expect these guys are going to dive down into the track, utilize every inch of this track tonight to get whatever advantage that they possibly can. Tyler Dixon's going to fall back at least 2 spots right now as he had the pole, but he's lost 2 positions to Wyatt Brackett and Chris Bedwell at the moment. We're going to keep an eye on Tyler Dixon, see if he falls back any further here as the race progresses here initially on. I mean, obviously it's early on in the race. A lot of things can happen between now and 150 laps, so we'll keep an eye on all of your favorite drivers here as we'll go through the field as the race progresses. Let's go up to the front really quick, and then we'll go through the field and catch all of the other drivers here as we get settled in with the initial 10. The initial 10 laps here, we'll keep it up on the front, then we'll kind of go to the back here and see what kind of battles we've got going on in the back, as I expect there's going to be lots. So, very cold track. Yes, sir. It's going to be a lot of fun. This track is, every corner of this track scrubs the tires, so tires are going to be a factor tonight. With the first stage being on lap 45, these guys are already putting laps down pretty quickly, so we're going to see these things ticking off pretty fast. And so we'll just see who actually is better at managing their tires and who is not. We will definitely be able to tell that in tonight's race, because the fall off will be considerable for those drivers that are pushing too hard throughout the race. You can see Bedwell's going to peek in. He tried to peek to the inside of Wyatt Brackett there in the number 33 for Black Car Mafia. He's got a little bit of a faster run there off of that final turn there before he comes to the front stretch. It looks like the 9 of Brandon Robertson is going to try to peek to the inside here. He wants to get up to the front. Tyler Dixon's not out of it, though. He's fallen back 3 spots from where he started the race as the pole sitter, but he is still right there behind Brandon Robertson. He's working together with Brandon Robertson as Bedwell is trying to make the inside pass on Wyatt Brackett. He's going to dive to the inside there. He's able to make those new tires stick for right now. We'll see if he can continue to hold off Wyatt Brackett. As Brandon Robertson's utilizing that bottom lane, I expect that he's probably going to pick up a little bit more momentum than these other 2 drivers leading. As you can see, he's right to the back bumper right now of Wyatt Brackett, and he is gaining momentum there as he takes that bottom lane. The only difference is, again, it's all about tire wear here, folks. Those that burn up their tires early on are the ones that will fall back. There will be considerable fall off, and they will start falling back into the field. They got plenty of tires tonight. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but they have a total of 5 tire sets, including the tire set that they have on the vehicle. And Chris Bedwell out front. He's gapping a little bit of Wyatt Brackett here, but everybody's being really patient here initially. Let's go back here a little bit further in the field. See, we got Aaron Adcock here fighting for 7th position right now with Richard Swavely, another playoff driver. Right behind him is Ray Rogers in the 51. He is also another playoff driver. Ray Rogers, I do believe, is probably, based on points, will make it into the next round. I believe he is leading the points. Let me go pull that up real quick and just look. So as it stands right now, bear with me just a second. Okay, so as it stands right now, these playoff drivers, Ray Rogers currently leads in the playoff points by a total of 13 points. The gentleman right behind him in the standings is going to be the number 14, who has won already last week and will advance all automatically to the playoffs, the round of 4. So we don't have to worry necessarily about him tonight. As far as Chris Bedwell is the 3rd place driver in the points battle. He is 20 points behind Ray Rogers at the moment. And the gentleman right behind him, behind Chris Bedwell, is going to be the number 46 of Joseph Bahar. Now, he is only 1 point behind Chris Bedwell for that top 3 for that final 3rd position. There's only going to be 2 positions available if a playoff driver wins tonight. And so these guys are definitely going to be battling it out here for those final 2 spots. So as it plays out right now, if Ray Rogers, Chris Bedwell, or Joseph Bahar does not win to get in, those 3 drivers will be competing for the championship. Now, I don't want to rule out Richard Swavely in the 38. Let me click on him real quick so you guys can see that beautiful truck. Richard Swavely currently 7th, sitting in the sim for this race. He is right behind Joseph Bahar actually in points. He is 3 points behind Joseph Bahar. So there's literally a 4-point spread right there between the top 4 drivers that are competing for this championship, or the final 4 to compete for the championship in the event that they do not win tonight and automatically advance. Now, right behind Richard Swavely, real quick, is another driver, Garrett Brown, in the number 10. Let me just see if I can find him here in the sim. Okay, so Garrett Brown right now, it's a good-looking paint scheme. That number, he's currently, the number 10 is currently in 15th right now as it stands right now in the race. He is, however, 5 spots behind Richard Swavely for that last 3rd spot as far as the points battle goes. Wyatt Brackett's going to have to win to get in tonight. Brandon Robertson as well is going to have to win to get in. So we're going to keep an eye on all of these drivers in this battle up here for the final 3 spots. It's going to be an amazing race, and we're going to try to make sure we get through the field, let you guys know exactly where everybody's at. David Brackett back here in 17th. He's only fallen off 1 spot here from the initial start of the race. Tony Edrington still currently in 20th. He has not lost any positions. He's just playing it safe right now. James Kunkel is back here in the back with his teammate Daniel Holcroft. They're 21st, 22nd. He has fallen off James Kunkel's fallen off 2 spots from where he started the race. Daniel Holcroft has fallen off 4 spots from where he started. Now Chris Bedwell still out front right now. He's got Brandon Robertson right behind him here. Chris Bedwell picked up 2 spots from where he started the race, so he is now the race leader. We are on lap 17, coming to 18, and the initial first stage will be at the conclusion, or not at the conclusion, excuse me, but on lap 45 when the 10th driver crosses the finish line. So we're going to go ahead and watch the race here with you guys, and we're not going to go to any commercial breaks with all this action going on, but in the event that there is a caution or the stage, we'll go to commercial break at that time. George Williams out there says, if you want to beat Bedwell tonight, you're going to have to bring your big boy pants. Yes, sir. Paul Passon's out there is watching. Thank you, Paul. All right, guys. As of right now, the front here is a little, I shouldn't say boring. It's just the fact that he's out here front. He's got a gap here between the leader. In the event that Brandon Robertson catches him, we're going to come back up here to the front and catch that battle. Right now, Wyatt Brackett's just comfortably sitting in 3rd. He's got a gap between him and Tyler Dixon, who is our pole sitter. Another driver that's kind of making his way up here to the front, picked up 4 spots from where he started the race, is going to be that gentleman right there, Aaron Adcock, in the number 17. Chris Shoemaker's right behind Aaron Adcock, currently in P6, currently in 6th place. He's down 2 spots from where he started the race. He was eliminated from the round of 8, but he was a driver that initially had made the playoffs here through the regular season, worked really hard, and we'll keep an eye on him as well. As you see right behind him is going to be Richard Swavely. Now it looks like Richard Swavely does not have his playoff banner on his truck. He may actually have it on there, but it's not showing. But he is a playoff driver. He's got the playoff spoiler, but not the playoff banner. I don't really know what's going on there, but keep an eye on him here as these guys are battling for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Joseph Mahar just outside the top 8 there. He's currently in 9th with Kip Easley. Battling for, so you can see Joseph Mahar there in the number 46 for the 9th position, but then, excuse me, and then you got Kip Easley and Austin Shoemaker battling for that 10th spot. So Austin Shoemaker is currently up 1 spot. He's going to try to make a pass on Kip Easley there on the inside. Again, some of these guys are, I wouldn't say making aggressive moves, but you can, in the sim, as far as the driving goes, they are definitely moving and shaking here as far as trying to make position up. This is a track that obviously track position is important, but so are the tires to maintain that position. And a lot of these guys, some of these guys are really pushing this truck in the corners. So we're going to see how that all plays out in the long run. Somebody we're going to keep an eye on that's currently not leading the race is the number 51, a playoff driver here, Mr. Ray Rogers. He is our Season 2 Series champion, so he was actually the Series champion for last season. And so he's looking to try to go back-to-back championships. And that's one driver right there that can really save the tires. He's very patient. He's very methodical when it comes to his strategy. And we'll see how that all is going to play out for him in the long run, as he almost gets in the back of Swavely, his teammate there for Hammer Down Motorsports. These guys have had really strong weeks the last few races. They have put themselves up there in the front 4 stages. They finished the stages really, really strong, but they also finished the race really strong as well in the top 10. I think at least the last 2 races, I believe. And so they've really finished the season, or really have worked together to finish the season strong. So we're going to keep an eye on these 2 drivers as they are competing for these final 3 spots. Gentleman right behind Richard Swavely as well for Race Pass Motorsports, drives for my team at the number 46. His teammate tonight is the number 17 of Aaron Adcock. He is subbing for Race Pass Motorsport. Doesn't look like Chris McLean's here tonight. Usually Chris McLean will sub for us, for me personally, but looks like Aaron Adcock's out there tonight running his race. He's made his way up here to the top 4, so he had a win this season as well. Didn't think he was going to be able to participate in the playoffs due to work scheduling, and glad to see him out here tonight, but we weren't 100% sure, so he actually forfeited his playoff position and gave it to somebody else that made it in based on the way that the points fell for those other drivers. And hopefully he can go out and win it tonight for himself. That would really mix some things up here for the playoff drivers. Tyler Dixon taking it very easy. Don't know if he's burnt the tires out really early here, if he's just taking it easy, as we would assume that most of them are going to do. Going back up here to the front, Chris Bedwell, still up here leading, but he's got Brandon Robertson, a playoff driver as well. These 2 playoff drivers battling for the conclusion of stage 1. Brandon Robertson's caught him. Like I said, folks, it's all about tire management here. If you're driving your truck aggressive, the long run speed here is it will fall off. I mean, you will lose position if you're very aggressive when it comes to driving here. Also, Evan Bushmaster out there says, and the owner of 315 Motorsports. Yes, that is correct. I always forget to mention that. And he's referring to Joseph Mahar in the 46. He races for Race Pass Motorsports, but he also owns 315 Motorsports with Evan Bushmaster. All right, so let's go. Let's look real quick. Looks like Daniel Holcroft went a lap down. Is he the only truck right now that went a lap down? He may have pitted. Looks like Joseph Mahar actually went in and pitted. Does not look like Daniel Holcroft had pitted yet. So he went a lap down. Not entirely sure. He might have an issue. But as of right now, he's just running his race, keeping his truck clean. The only driver that I'm aware of that has pitted at the moment is going to be this driver right here, the 46 that we were just speaking about. It shows that he entered pit lane. Okay, Richard Swavely right now is pitting. Okay, no, it's giving me a false positive here, folks. I apologize. It's actually the way that they're running the line in the race. It's actually registering that they're pitting. So I apologize about that. Nobody at the moment has pitted that I'm aware of. Let me just go ahead and look real quick at the stint length. But yeah, nobody has pitted at the moment. So everybody's on 34 lap old tires. We're going to see how this is all going to play out here for these guys as they battle to finish this stage here. You can see that the tire fall off is starting to affect some of the drivers a little bit. One of those drivers is going to be Chris Bedwell. You can see James Kunkel scrapes the wall there coming out of off the backstretch here to come to the front stretch. Bedwell's going to have his hands full here with Brandon Robertson. It looks like Brandon Robertson has really figured out this track. Chris Bedwell's trying to get around James Kunkel at the moment. We'll see if he's able to do so. Fortunately, James Kunkel is going to go a lap down. Chris Bedwell slides it right up in front of James Kunkel. Almost cuts his nose off there, but cuts it right in front of Brandon Robertson as well. Looks like that was it was clean, so it doesn't matter. But we're going to keep an eye on the front up here, folks, because we've obviously got a battle here for the lead. The trucks behind Brandon Robertson, the third place driver is going to be Wyatt Brackett in the number 33, but he's quite a distance off, as you can see on the ticker there. He's about 2.6 seconds off from Brandon Robertson and the leaders and Chris Bedwell. So at the moment, not really going to be challenged. You can see him there on the top right-hand side of the screen. You kind of see him peek in right there. But we're coming to lap 45, or 40, excuse me. We're going to be throwing the stage. The pits close on lap 43. The stage caution comes at 45 when the third driver crosses the line. No, I'm sorry, the 10th driver crosses the line. Sitting here reading something else. All right, Chris Bedwell still out front at the moment. Lap 40. We've got a total of 5 laps left here for stage 1. These guys are probably begging for tires at the moment. We've got another driver that's getting ready to go a lap down here from 315 Motorsports, and that is David Harden in the number 34. Again, we're going to have to keep track of the leader here as he comes across the line, just because we have got to close the pits here. 34, don't know if 34 is going to, okay, so they did, Brandon Robertson was able to do a crossover move there on David Harden there in the number 34, try to stay high or stay out of the way of the leaders. He has now won a lap down, so we've got several drivers that have won a lap down. I don't see that anybody has entered the pits. They're not going to be able to here in a second. Okay, pits are closed, and we will be concluding the stage on lap 45. Bedwell drove it pretty hard in that corner there. As you saw, he kind of went up to the wall. Let's go ahead and ride along with Brandon Robertson here and see if he can catch him. He's definitely downshifting, as you can hear him there in the sim. I think he just missed a shift, which is going to hurt him a little bit. All right, let me go ahead and change this up real quick because I need to keep an eye on the 10th driver here crossing the line. So Chris Bedwell will be our stage 1 winner. Now we're just waiting for Austin Shoemaker here to cross the line. He is the 10th driver. And that will conclude stage 1. The way it stands here, folks, is Chris Bedwell was our stage 1 winner. Brandon Robertson 2nd, Wyatt Brackett 3rd, Aaron Adcock, strong finish there, number 4th, Ray Rogers 5th, Tyler Dixon 6th, Chris Shoemaker 7th, Richard Swavely 8th, Joseph Mahar 9th, Austin Shoemaker 10th. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and
going into turn 1.
So you can hear the communication there by the leader, just letting everybody know where the pace truck is so that people can check up. We're going to go ahead and go to commercial break here in just a second. And just hang tight, folks. We're going to do a split screen here so that you're not, so you can continue to see the action here as these guys get ready to pit. Let me go ahead and click on Tyler Dixon and get that perspective here so you guys can see these drivers coming down here. We'll see who takes tires, who doesn't take tires, who takes fuel, all that good stuff here as we go to commercial break. I'll be right back with you folks, and thanks again for your patience.
Life, you can choose negativity or positivity.
A lot of people look at the hate.
You're not gonna make it. Had a lot of people doubt me.
They say that girls can't hoop.
They said I wasn't strong enough.
I want better,
So I do better. I do this for me.
I'm just gonna work harder, talk less. All I gotta do is put my head down and grind.
fire inside me can't be put out.
People will always have something to say. Ignite your fire.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drinks. That's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
right, folks. Sorry about that long delay there. There was had a technical issue there. I had to restart the simulator here for me. So, thank you again for just holding on there as we get things sorted out. Gotta love technology. All right, let's get this stuff back up on the board here for you. Chris Bedwell still out front at the moment, still being challenged there though by Brandon Robertson. And I apologize, folks, for the trucks there turning white as they're refreshing the paints there on the back end. You didn't really miss anything. Chris Bedwell still out front. Brandon Robertson second. Wyatt Brackett was third. I'm having an issue right now with, for some reason, I've always been able to exit the car, like my car, in the simulator in iRacing by hitting escape and holding escape. And for some reason, after this last update this week, escape doesn't work. And tonight, usually you can hit Shift R and it'll reset it and it'll allow you to get out, and it would not allow me to do so. So I actually had to restart the simulator. So I apologize for that long delay there, folks, as we were trying to work through that. Again, Chris Bedwell still out front. Looks like Wyatt Brackett's picked the second spot as we see it there. Brandon Robertson's fallen back to third. Aaron Adcock definitely challenging Brandon Robertson at the moment for P4. Chris Shoemaker still up here in the top 5. He's down one spot from where he started the race, but he is still up here going strong. Garrett Brown currently P6. He's up 11 spots. And looking at the statistics here, I do believe he's the biggest mover of the race as I see it. Now, again, this information may not be 100% correct because I had to exit out and go back in, but we'll take it as we see it there. Joseph Mahar currently 7th. Ray Rogers 8th. Matt Grenier 9th. Brad Fulham, 10th. Austin Shoemaker 11th. Kip Easley 12th. Dana Shepard 13th. Richard Swavely 14th. David Brackett 15th. Logan Russell 16th. Barry Knapp 17th. Tony Edrington 18th. Tyler Dixon 19th. So I believe Tyler Dixon and David Harden had an issue. I think they got a black flag for something that had to do with the pits. So Tyler Dixon, I know, got a hold penalty and had to go back into the pits. Same thing with David Harden. David Harden actually is now a lap down because of that. James Kunkel got his lap back, I do believe. Let me just double check here, make sure I'm telling you that correctly. I do believe James Kunkel is still a lap down. So Tyler Dixon, Kunkel, let me see, Tyler Dixon, Kunkel, Daniel Holcroft are all laps down at the moment. David Harden has now gone 3 laps down. He's back out on the track here. He got a passing under yellow. Unfortunately, because of the mistake there in the sim, in the simulation there, I couldn't exit the truck to help him out. And more than likely, there's a reason why the penalty is enforced or provided anyways. And so he unfortunately had to serve that whole penalty. So again, Chris Bedwell out front tonight. He is trying to put this truck in victory lane so that he can make the round of 4 here to compete for the championship. At the moment, let me see. At the moment, I do believe, let me just double check here, but I think I had said before, yeah, Chris Bedwell currently in 2nd place in regards to points. So I think based on the way he finished the stage, it could be anybody's race. It could be those final 3 spots could go to anybody. Anything can happen between now and the end of the race. So I'm not gonna say 100%. The only one right now that I know probably 100% at the moment is going to be Ray Rogers. He had a 13-point lead on Austin Shoemaker, who Austin Shoemaker is already in the Final 4 because of the win last week. And so Chris Bedwell is 20 points behind Ray Rogers. and he's only about 4 points. I believe he's only about 4 points that divide him and the top 4 drivers, or the top, the bottom 3 drivers as far as points go, to try to get into the playoffs. So it's going to definitely be, he's going to have to pull off a strong stage 2 as well as a top 3 finish, I do believe, in tonight's race in order to make the final 3. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. We'll post the final 4 results as far as after all things are updated on our Facebook page after the fact. So we'll let you guys, if you guys want to know who those final 4 drivers will be in the playoffs competing for the championship at Atlanta Motor Speedway next week, check out our Facebook page and look for the Tuesday Night Racing Series. Bedwell out front right now. He has put a second gap on Wyatt Brackett, as you see in the back of the screen there. So he's definitely got a good gap there. We'll see if he's overdriving the truck, though, because Brandon Robertson was able to catch him last time after that gap that he put on the rest of the field before. And then there was some fall off there. So we will get an idea whether or not he is going to be the one to beat tonight. We'll have to see how that all plays out. But as of right now, he's had a dominant performance for tonight's Phoenix 150. So we'll definitely keep an eye on him up front here. Let's go ahead and go through the field and see where some of the other action is. Aaron Adcock trying to get that third place spot from Brandon Robertson as the number 33 and the 9 teammates trying to work together here. I don't think the number 9 is going to let the 17 by, but 17 is really not in the championship or in the playoffs. These 2 drivers right here are, and their teammates. So they're going to be doing everything they can to work together to try to catch Bedwell. But Aaron Adcock having a really strong night tonight here, up in the top 5 in that number 17 Apex Sim Racing truck. Garrett Brown is actually Garrett Brown's our 5th place driver right now. He's battling a little bit of lap traffic here with Tyler Dixon. Tyler Dixon is doing everything he can to try to get back on the lead lap. As you can see, let me see if I can lock on here. You can see Tyler Dixon in the 54. He's trying to drive through the field here. He wants to get back up in front of all these guys so he can get his lap back. It's going to be very difficult. You can get your lap back during the stage, which will be on lap 90, but again, you got to wait all the way to lap 90, and you want to be able to pit during the stage to take fresh tires and fuel. If you get the wave around, you cannot pit. You have to wait for a caution flag, or you have to pit under green flag, which more than likely you're going to go at least a lap and a half down. So we'll keep an eye on him here, as I don't know 100% exactly what happened with him. I know I did see him come into the pits as I was trying to reset my computer. All right, looks like Aaron Adcock is trying to battle for this 3rd spot here as he tries to get around Brandon Robertson on the inside. He's got the stronger truck in the corner. He tried to peek to the inside of Brandon Robertson. He's taking that high line to get the momentum around the corner. Maybe that's a faster lane. Oh, as he puts it into the wall, that's going to definitely hurt him. Just pushed a little bit too hard in the corner right there.
Go low.
Gave it a little stripe.
Thank you, Tyler.
All right, so Tyler Dixon letting, let's see. Looks like Garrett Brown just got around Tyler Dixon. Chris Shoemaker will be next. He's going to try to get around Tyler Dixon. Looks like Tyler Dixon's falling off pace just a little bit. Definitely not what he wants to happen at the moment. Joseph Mahar looks like he's currently in 8th. Ray Rogers, another playoff driver, 7th. So again, 7th and 8th for 2 playoff drivers. Austin Shoemaker's back here in 11th. Again, he does not need to win tonight. Boy, Brad Fulham is not letting him have that spot. This is for the 10th position right now, and these guys are trading positions. Brad Fulham's making that high line work really well. As you can see, he gets the better momentum off the corner. He's probably saving his tires too. And then Austin Shoemaker gets in front of him here on this next turn as he takes the inside. That's really the preferred lane on this particular corner right here. So he'll carry a little bit of the momentum here into this corner. And then Brad Fulham just pulls away from him. That's a really good battle here for the top 10. Richard Swavely out there struggling a little bit tonight. That may be on purpose, so we'll keep an eye. He's currently P13, back 7 spots from where he started the race. As these guys are getting ready to conclude stage 2, let's go back up to the front really quick and see. Our race leader is going to be Chris Bedwell. He is out front, I do believe, all by himself. Yeah, he's got Wyatt Brackett back there, but Wyatt Brackett's almost 3 seconds behind him. So again, very dominant performance tonight. Looks like Chris Bedwell is starting to figure out this lane here.
That was my fault, man. Sorry.
You hear the drivers apologizing to each other. It looks like Ray Rogers might have got into somebody here.
Caution sound. Did you hear any static? Like somebody was keying up on your radio a few minutes ago?
All right, so we've got our first wreck here. Let's see exactly what happened here. It looks like it's saying Daniel Holcroft, so let's just see exactly what happened. So it looks like the 77 is going to drive it right there in the corner. And so the 31 and the 77 are going to get into each other here. I think the 31 should be able to save it okay. I don't think he's going to have a lot of damage to the truck. He just kind of cut it into the corner. Different braking zones, all that stuff. And it looks like, yeah, he's going to be able to save it okay and get back out on track and on pace here. So let's back up really quick and see if I can go to the nose. I want to go to the nose of Tony Edrington real quick here. 77. All right, so let's go ahead and play this. So Tony kind of drove it in there a little too aggressive. Again, let me just double check this really quick before we make any calls. Whoop. Hold on. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. There's so many buttons here. So he's just kind of coming into the corner. Daniel Holcroft that's really a racing incident, folks. I can't really fault anybody for that. They're both fighting for position, track position. Looks like, I want to say, let me just double check real quick again, one more thing. I think they were both there in the corner.
Need a black cleared for passing under yellow, trying to catch up.
All right, folks, we're going to go ahead. Bear with me just a minute. We're going to go back to live conditions. Going to and catch up here, and I'll be right back with you folks. I just need to take care of this issue, and we'll be right back.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, I apologize here as we come back from commercial break. I want to check one thing really quick here. Is Chris Bedwell has dropped a lot of positions here. I wanted to see exactly what happened. He did come down to pit lane. I don't know if everybody else did. I don't think everybody else did. Doesn't look like everybody else did. So he came in. He's going to go ahead and take tires, it appears, as well as Chris Shoemaker. He's probably going to fuel off here as they come under caution. Okay, so it looks like he came off a pit road. And let's go back to live conditions here as they're going to get restarted. We go back to the thing here. And these guys are going to have a total of 2 laps here before the stage caution. So
Caution, caution. How was your forward drive there towards the end of that little run we just did?
okay, Wyatt Brackett will be our stage 1 winner. There might have been some confusion there by some drivers, because I'm not really sure why Chris Bedwell went down to pit road and took tires during that caution, because the conclusion of the stage is on lap 90. So he's going to get out front in front of everybody here. So he gave up a little bit of position here for the stage, but he doesn't need to pit. So these guys are going to be able to get out front. Just an interesting strategy here. We'll have to see how this is all going to play out. Let me just double check one thing here as we're pacing here, folks. I'm going to be silent here for just a minute. I want to make sure that I didn't mess something up here.
Well, you know, huh?
So it looks like James Kunkel is going to get his lap back, and I do believe it will put him on a lead lap. And I'm just checking real quick, folks. While we're waiting for these guys to go back green, I just wanted to see. Pretty sure we implemented the rule that if it was within 3 laps of the conclusion of the stage, which would have been lap 90, that would have concluded the stage automatically. However, we were, I do believe we were 5 laps before the stage, in which we would have ran that last lap there to conclude the stage. I just want to make sure, because I was wondering why Chris Bedwell went in there to forfeit some of those playoff points, or those stage points, those bonus points, because that is important. But I do understand he wants to be out front. I think ultimately it was that not everybody went into the pits, and so he had to make a call, and that was what he did. It looked like Chris Shoemaker did the same thing. As track position is really important here tonight, as you can tell. It's very, very difficult to gain a track position unless you're going to be very aggressive, and then by being aggressive you're going to burn up the tire. So been a really clean race all night, folks. We literally had that one caution with Tony Edrington and Daniel Holcroft, excuse me. So we're going to get back to green flag racing here. As you see, Chris Bedwell is getting ready to take off here. He's got to wait till the final cone on the corner here. So you'll see as they come into the corner, there's a cone up on the top of the fence there. He can go anytime after that. So the final cone right should be right here.
Green flag.
So he takes off. Looks like he's got the entire field behind him, and he's got this figured out.
I
So
need a black cleared for passing under yellow. I was the last car on the round, did it?
all right, folks, bear with me just a second here as I take care of that flag here. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I won't be very long.
Caution.
Okay, I'm going to actually come back really quick because, as you heard there was a caution on the track the moment I literally was getting ready to transfer. Let's go ahead and see exactly what happened. Looks like Wyatt Brackett and David Harden have crashed, so that is definitely going to be, if that is what happened with Wyatt Brackett is a playoff driver. He is that's going to really hurt him. So we're going to see exactly if Wyatt Brackett. He spun himself. Interesting. Okay, so actually it was Wyatt Brackett that spun. So he spun the tires. So let's go back and see really quick. No help at all. Just kind of spun it around here. It looks like he punched the gas a little bit too hard here in the corner.
Get that black cleared.
And we're going to see really quick. So yeah, he spins it around, and David Harden gets collected. So all right, folks, bear with me just a second. I'll be right back here, and we'll get back to green flag racing here. So 15 looks like he's going to get. No, the 15 doesn't get tied up into it. It looks like the 3 and the 34 are going to get tied up, or the 35 are going to get tied up into it. So bear with me just a second. I'll be right back, folks. All right, I'm back. All right, so yeah, so going back here just to review that again. So the 3 and the 34 were the two drivers that were affected by the 33 coming around there, spinning his tires. The 33 and the 9, or I'm sorry, the 33 and the 3. You can see the 3 actually gets loose right there in the corner as well. The 33 and the 3 are related, actually. That's father and son. So unfortunately, those two, obviously they didn't mean to hit each other, but that is what happened, and the 3 just bounced off the 33, and the 34 just had nowhere to go. So unfortunate set of events here for all 3 of those drivers. Wyatt Brackett, especially being a playoff driver, he is trying to do everything he can tonight to pull off a win, as he is likely going to have to win to get in these playoffs here. As we get back to racking them up here and going back to green flag conditions here as we've got a total of about 51 laps to go. I think we'll have about 50 laps to go as these guys take their green flag, because the lights are still on the pace truck. These guys are going to have to pace around one more time, and then I believe we will get restarted. Chris Bedwell is elected to take the outside, as you heard there. Chris Shoemaker is going to go to the inside. And let's go back and see really quick. So Wyatt Brackett's back out on track. He's got some damage, though. 31's got damage. 33's got damage. The 3 has got damage of David Brackett. He looks like he may have parked it. And then David Harden as well is in the pits. So David Harden's got damage. David Brackett looks like he might have already put it on the hauler. So he's probably very upset with himself that he spun it as well and couldn't not avoid the incident there with his son and the 33 as he's trying to compete for a playoff championship. So, all right, let's go back up here to the front, folks, as we've got some playoff drivers that are still competing for a championship here. We've got Austin Shoemaker, again, already won last week. He's already into the playoffs. That does not mean he can't try to win this race for himself tonight. We've got Chris Bedwell out there trying to pull off a win tonight so that he locks himself into the playoffs. Otherwise, he may make it already in anyways with the points. Our next playoff driver in line is going to be Garrett Brown there in the number 10. And then right behind Garrett Brown is going to be Richard Swavely, and it's hard to see him right now, in the 38. Then we've got Joseph Mahar. You can see by the yellow banners there, folks, those are our playoff drivers. Richard Swavely is the only one that doesn't have a yellow playoff banner on his truck tonight. And that obviously is by mistake, but because he's got the rest of it on there. Chris Bedwell's going to get a good jump here off the initial start. Again, he's got a really great start to every restart he's had a really good jump out front. And he's just trying to get comfortable again here as these guys are trying to get settled back in. This track is very technical. It's a lot of some of it's braking, some of it's downshifting as the tire wear comes a factor. There's a lot of different things here that take place. You can get loose in the corner, often in turn 4 now, which would have been turn 1 in the last configuration. Anytime you really accelerate off the corner, either in this case it would be turn 2, which is the turn that they're coming around right now, and you see Tyler Dixon's, I think, around here. Let's go ahead and see. Yes, Tyler Dixon.
Wreck on the front.
I didn't hear nothing.
That's going to involve Ray Rogers, as well as the 9, a playoff driver. Oh my gosh, man, that is really going to mix things up tonight here for these particular drivers. I saw him get loose. Didn't know exactly what happened here. He may have just punched the throttle a little too much. That's the second time tonight that has happened for these. Oh, hold on. Let me go back. That is a major wreck here for these guys tonight. That is really going to mix things up as we get back to looking at the 84. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Oh, the 54, excuse me. All right, so the 54 right here looks like he's going to start spinning it around. Okay, so he's accelerating in the corner. It looks like he just gets on the gas a little too much. And you can see him already sideways right there, and it's going to kick the truck out. You can see the 10's already in the wall. The 38's trying to avoid the 10, and then there you go. You see the 54 get into the 54 get into the 51, and then it's just carnage after that. The 9 has nowhere to go. The 77's in the wall. Barry Knapp gets taken out. Looks like Wyatt Brackett's going to get hit again in the back of the truck. The 9 is going to be out. Oh, man. Daniel Holcroft is got more damage. What a set of events right there, folks. That is definitely going to affect a lot of different playoff drivers tonight. That just changed the entire dynamics of these playoffs. As I said before, anything can happen at these tracks. I don't know that Ray Rogers is safe now. Ray Rogers is in the pits. He may have actually parked it. Yeah, I do believe he parked it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. That is definitely going to shake things up here, folks. We have got several playoff drivers competing for a championship right now that have just been almost, some of them may already be out of the race entirely. So we have now got Chris Bedwell. We've got Wyatt Brackett. You can see up here, it looks like he doesn't have any front end damage. He's just got a lot of, how does he not have any damage on his truck?
Outsider.
Oh, he's got damage.
Simple.
It's just the paint scheme. Man, he has got a ton of damage on that truck. He's up here. We'll see if he can maintain that spot. And now we've got Joseph Mahar, Austin Shoemaker. We've got Garrett Brown, who got into the wall there. I don't know if he got entirely taken out due to that incident. It looks like the front of his truck is fairly clean. Richard Swavely looks like he was unhurt by that. The 39 of Barry Knapp looks like he's got lots of damage. So, man, we've got several drivers. Looks like Dana Shepard was lucky enough to only get a scrub there on the left-hand side. Not too much damage. As we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here, as Chris Bedwell is going to lead us off on the outside. Aaron Adcock in the number 17 is going to peak to the is in the inside as we restart here, folks. We've got a total of 45 laps to go. We've got a lot of cars that have now been taken out of the race due to that incident. And here we go, folks. Chris Bedwell gets a great restart. Wyatt Brackett doing everything he can to try to keep that truck up here in the front, but I think that damage is going to hurt him. Aaron Adcock gets a great restart as well, so he's right now P2. But he's got Wyatt Brackett right behind him there with his teammate, Matt Grenier. Matt Grenier is going to try to push him or do everything he can to keep the 33 in front of him, as Matt Grenier is not a playoff driver. Looks like the 33, although all of that damage, is able to stay up here in the front, top three. We've got quite a few laps left, so I don't think it's going to be a factor necessarily right now. Unfortunately, some of these guys are pushing it a little too hard there in the corners and have spun it out there for the last two cautions. We've had 3 cautions this entire race, all 3 of them within a very short time of each other. So again, the aggressiveness is starting to pick up a little bit. We're seeing that. But with a cutoff race, folks, you can't expect anything else. I mean, these guys are fighting for every single position they can get. You can see the 46 diving down to the inside, trying to get the momentum around the corner here as he's trying to pick up that 4th position in front of Matt Grenier. Richard Swavely's fallen off pace a little bit. I don't know that he's fallen off pace. He's just back here currently in the 10th spot at the moment. We've got Austin Shoemaker and Swavely back here battling for the top 10 or the 10th position. It looks like Austin Shoemaker's taking over P9. Richard Swavely is still in 10th currently at the moment, the way things stand. Chris Bedwell still walking away with it. Aaron Adcock, though, challenging him for the 2nd position. He's trying to make that high side work here for the long run. He knows he's got 39 laps to go. Let's see really quick as far as the different tire strategies here. So it looks like Bedwell and Adcock are on the same tire strategy. Grenier and Brackett all have newer tires. Mahar's actually got the newest tires, along with Easley and Fulham. So it looks like Mahar, Easley, Fulham all have the very similar pit strategies. Mahar, however, has the freshest tires. And so he's making a pass right now. Joseph Mahar is currently making a pass to the 33 to pick up the 4th position, but the 10's going to try to peek to the inside of the 46 here. Does not make it stick. He's going to try to make it stick in this corner. The 46 may carry the momentum around the corner here to keep a hold of that P4 position, but the 10 is not making it easy on him. And he tucks in behind him. Again, the 10 has the same tires as Mahar. So these guys are battling for position. They've got the same number of laps on their tire set. So if they're going to be competitive, the 46 and the 10, I expect, may be able to challenge Bedwell if they can get up front and catch him. 38's in the wall. Looks like he was able to recollect himself there. '39 is trying to keep it out of the way here with all that damage. 46 and the 10 are really good battle going on right here for the 4th and 5th position, as these guys are trying to bring it up to the front since they've got the fresher tires. It looks like they're catching the 15. All right, we're going to keep it on this battle right here for right now. We'll keep it on the leaders just to see what's going on there, but looks like Chris Bedwell is being challenged by Aaron Adcock as well.
Sorry, Wyatt.
For position.
Split up.
And we now have another update on that card. We now have another incident. Sounds like Wyatt Brackett and Austin Shoemaker got into it here. Well, no, actually it was Kip Easley and Wyatt Brackett. And so Wyatt Brackett's going to go around here. I don't know if he's going to get hit by Austin Shoemaker, but man, that truck has had a lot of damage tonight. As we see, it looks like he's barely going to save it here off the corner. Doesn't look like it's going to be a lot of damage here. I don't think it's a lot of damage anyways. He's smoking a little bit, but I think those are the tires. So let's go ahead and see. He might have, looks like he actually reset the truck, so he's already hopped out. So looks like Wyatt Brackett is out of the race. Another playoff driver down. Does not look like he's going to be able to finish this race and make it into the championship, folks. I don't know why we're on replay here. Let me go back. All right, now we're in live. All right, so going back to that incident, let me go back real quick and see. You know, he was already inside him. He was already to the inside. I think the 33 was kind of coming up. Let me go to the front. Let me go to the 14's perspective there. I might be able to get a better view of it. Bear with me just a second here as I do that. But I believe that's a racing incident, folks. I can't. It's very hard to fault somebody for stuff like that when they're side by side. All right, so as we see, Austin Shoemaker's right here. And then you're going to see the 27 is going to come down here, but it looks like the 33 is already trying to cut the corner. The 27's already got his wheels turned. Yeah, the 33 is just, you know, he's trying to pinch the corner. He's trying to pinch the 27 down. Just there was no room. And so Brackett doing a great job there, keeping it off all the other the drivers there. He did hit the wall a little bit. Don't know that he would have been out of the race necessarily, but he looks like he's already put it on the hauler. So, all right, let's go back to live conditions here as we're going to have a battle up front here. Garrett Brown is now up here leading. That's put him up front. Looks like Joseph Mahar I believe Joseph Mahar actually had a tire set on the rack here, and I believe he went into the pits. Let me look at the stint real quick again. I think so. That just helped Bedwell, first of all, because Bedwell just went in and changed his tires. But I do believe that Joseph Mahar also went in and got a fresh set of tires, because he fell back into P9 into 9th place. And so again, as you see on the stint here, we've got one more lap to go. The lights are going to go off on the pace truck here, as you see, in just a second. And we're going to go green flag racing to finish this race here with 29 laps to go, actually 28 laps to go here when we go to green flag. So, but as you can see on the stint counter here, whatever you want to call it, looks like Matt Grenier took tires, Aaron Adcock took tires, Bedwell took tires. All of the top 5 drivers, Brown, Fulham, Easley, Shoemaker, are all on 18-lap old tires, folks. So you're going to see some of these guys charging through the field. And we are going to go green flag racing here in just a second, folks. They can take off as soon as they get to the end of this pit road here on the inside. As you see, there's the end of the pit road. They can take off right now. And we're going to have some guys challenging each other here. It's going to get dicey and spicy up front here. So looks like Garrett Brown gets a really good start, but there's a lot of guys up here that got fresh tires. They want to get back up here to the front, get track position before there's another caution. We're going to see exactly how this is all going to play out as these guys are going to battle for position. Aaron Adcock's got fresh tires. Chris Bedwell's got fresh tires. Joseph Mahar, I believe, also has fresh tires. So we've got some guys in here that are, they want to come up here and play around. All right, so Garrett Brown may lock himself into the playoffs here with a win, as he is one of our playoff drivers for tonight, folks. He's trying to get up here. He wants to win this race. You can hear him downshifting in the corners. Help that truck turn. You can get a great launch off the corner. Billy Reynolds Clark out there says, "Hi everyone, Edrington's mom here cheering him on. Good luck all." Thank you, Billy, for tuning in. Appreciate that comment. At the moment, looks like this clean air up here is making a huge difference here for Garrett Brown. But Aaron Adcock has got something to say about that here in a minute. You see the 4 goes into the wall back there. The 17 is definitely challenging him for position. He's got the fresher tires. Richard Swavely up here also making things work. He's got the 7 of Chris Bedwell behind him, pushing him. 14 gets trapped behind the 19 as he was going to the outside. Aaron Adcock's going to make the pass for the lead here. Then the 17 is going to put the truck out front. 10's going to try to make the pass on the inside. Does not have the momentum to do so. And we now have a new race leader, folks. Aaron Adcock out front here for the first time tonight. "24 laps to go, folks. We have got lots of time for things to change here as the 38 sends it into the corner. He's looking to make some moves here on the 10 as well, as he needs to put himself up front. Chris Bedwell is also looking to challenge the 10 and the 38 for position, as he might try to split the field right here. 10's getting out of the way. He does not have the fresher tires at the moment. The 38 and the 7 have the same set of tires, so we're going to see how this is all going to play out. Aaron Adcock still out front. He's got a very comfortable lead at the moment. That's if, in fact, the 38. Do believe Austin Shoemaker was just in the wall right there. That's not going to help him. Joseph Mahar just behind him. Another playoff driver currently in P7. He's got the fresher tires, I do believe, as well. Let me just check the stint real quick to see if Mahar's on here. So Mahar did not take, oh yes he did, yes he did. He took tires with Adcock, Bedwell, Swavely, and Grenier. So yes, they do have the fresher tires. All right, so Adcock out here so far has got himself a really great lead. We're coming up on some lap traffic here. Bedwell looks like he's overdriving it just a little bit in the corners as he's trying to aggressively reach the 17. I'm sure Adcock sees him in his rearview mirror. He knows he's coming. We're going to pay attention to the battle up here, folks, and see if Chris Bedwell is going to catch Aaron Adcock. Aaron Adcock's having some good laps here. We're going to find out and see exactly what's going to happen here. Stacy out there says, yep, keep it out front, Aaron. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. Seven's making a little bit of ground on him here. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. With 19 laps to go, going to be 18 to go here as he comes around the front stretch. Richard Swavely's fallen back a little bit there. They've kind of got spread out here. You can see what the difference those tires really make here. All right, the 7 is catching the 17. Whether he lets him by him or not, we'll find out. So 17 cuts it down into the corner, tries to get a little bit of separation there. Looks like it did work a little bit. He did overdrive it a little bit in that corner, though. If Aaron Adcock pulls off a win here, that's going to be the spoiler for tonight. A non-playoff driver pulls off a win here at Phoenix. That will be definitely the ultimate mix-up here for this championship after all the events that have happened this evening. 4 cautions for this entire race. All cautions based on either self-spins or coming into the corner and just making contact with each other. Chris Bedwell may burn up his tires a little bit trying to push too hard to catch Aaron Adcock. I mean, they've got the same set of tires. Kay out there says, take a deep breath, buddy, you got this. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking when you see somebody run your rear-view mirror. You got to remember, the mirror shows people closer than they actually appear, or appear closer than they actually are. You know how that goes.
Caution.
Oh, we have a caution on the track.
Nice and smooth. Cool your tires
That
off,
is
get your
going
fans on.
to change things up here, folks. Let's see what happens here. It looks like Tony Edrington's going to get crashed out here or get into a wreck. Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Tony, man.
Tony Edrington was the innocent bystander. The 43 sends it in the corner. Man, he was going for the win. Unfortunately, Dana Shepard pushing a little too hard there. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to do to peek in there going in. I don't know if he just misbraked or not really sure there, but he forced the 4 into the 77, unfortunately. And again, because we haven't issued EOL penalties for anybody else going into the corner like that, we're not going to issue. He's going to start at the end of the field anyways, I do believe, or very, very close to that. So, to be fair to everybody else tonight, we are not going to enforce that. And it looks like we've got some mix-ups here. As the 17 is going to come in, take tires. We're going to keep an eye on Chris Bedwell. Is he going to take tires? We know Aaron Adcock's taking tires. Is Chris Bedwell going to take tires? Yes, he is. Is he going to take two tires? We don't know. Aaron Adcock's coming off pit road. He's going to be Bedwell off pit road, and he will resume the lead here. However, we have a driver that has stayed out on the track, and that is Mr. Richard Swavely of the 38 of Hammer Down Motorsports. He just threw a wrench in everything. Because as you see here now, Swavely may not have had a tire set on the rack. Or maybe he thinks there's going to be another caution with 10 to go. We don't know. We're going to find out, folks. But you can see Swavely's only got 20 lap old tires. Aaron Adcock just put fresh ones on. Garrett Brown, I don't know if Garrett Brown came in for tires or not. I don't think. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yep. Garrett Brown did come in for tires. And so, whew, man, we got a mix up here. It looks so Bedwell takes tires. Adcock takes tires. Bedwell's going to fall back to 5th, though. This may be the gift that Aaron Adcock was looking for. Because Aaron Adcock's got fresh tires, folks.
Yeah, boy.
Swavely has got old tires. Adcock is going to have actually the preferred lane, I believe, the outside. He's going to have the outside lane. He's going to be able to carry the momentum on this restart. If he has a good restart, he will be able to catch Swavely. Bedwell is 5 cars behind. Well, he's 2 cars behind. What eventually is going to be Aaron Adcock out here up front. This is exciting, folks. I got to tell you, I love broadcasting, but man, I love watching these guys race. As much as I'd love to be out there racing with them, I enjoy this. All right, lights are off on the pace truck, folks. We got 10 laps to go. Things are going to get, as I said before, dicey and spicy. I should. If that's not a registered trademark, I probably should do that. Dicey and spicy. Let's go. Let's shake it up. Shake and bake, baby. All right, let's go. Here we go. Who is going to have the better restart? Adcock better get ready to put the hammer down to get in front of the Hammer Down Motorsports driver. If he does, go! Here it goes, folks. Bedwell is trying to peek to the inside here. Aaron Adcock's going to try to carry the momentum around the outside. 38 just has all the momentum. Oh, the 7 turns to 17. What a dirty dog. Oh. Okay, well. Let me see here. Let me just look at this real quick, folks, because I don't know if we have to reinforce this or not, because these guys are race leaders. Yeah, you just drove into the back of them. All right. Let me go back and just look at it one more time here in full speed so I can see what happened. Man, that's a tough call because these guys are up front here. And so let me just see. So they're both coming into the corner. Oh, that's a tough call. It's hard because we haven't enforced a lot of the ULs. Now, this is a little bit different, though. This is not he drove into the back of him. He was not inside him in the corner. That's the problem. That's the only issue. This is a little bit different because neither was Shepard either, though. So, but Shepard wasn't leading. So let me. I'm going to rule it a racing incident and just try to be consistent here because he kind of cut down a little bit and he overdrove it. They kind of got into each other. Let me see how this is all going to play out here. Aaron Adcock is not a playoff driver. Still doesn't make it right.
Taking it inside again.
So where is Aaron Adcock at the moment? Did he park it? No, he didn't. Okay, so he's lost a few positions here. I think we're going to let it play out, folks. He kind of came down a little bit, and Bedwell he sent it in the corner, and it's tough because it just took out Austin Shoemaker, took out a few other drivers, a little bit of aggressiveness there, but we're going to go ahead and see how this all plays out. Unfortunately, there'll always be controversy. Appreciate that, Dustin. It is a tough call, buddy. I don't. Most of the things that have happened tonight they've all been inside of each other. Just somebody cutting down in the corner. The only time I've actually made an exception here tonight was Dana Shepard kind of sent it into the corner. A little too hot, and I didn't enforce that because he was in the back, I do believe anyways. I think he might have even been a lap down. We're going to see how this is going to play out here. There's always going to be controversy no matter what. Right? I hear you, Evan. Sometimes it is a really tough call, and not everybody's going to be happy with that. Aaron's not in the playoffs, so that still doesn't make her right. All right, we're going to see how this all plays out here, folks, as we've got 5 laps to go. Richard Swabley gets a great jump there on the initial start. Oh, the 19 goes around. That's going to bring out a caution.
You can look at your temps, make sure everything looks okay.
I do believe Brad just stepped on it a little too hard in the corner, as we've seen throughout the night here as the race has progressed. I don't know if it's fresher tires or just the lane that they pick. But as soon as they punch the gas, you can see the 19's already loose in the corner right there. You can see he's already coming around. And probably the 4 taking the air off the back spoiler there is not helping it. He didn't help him, that's for sure. But it looks like he's going to bring it to the inside wall. He's got it locked up there. He's got it locked up there, but doesn't look like he's going to sustain. I mean, it looks worse than it probably is. It's definitely going to affect him overall, but great job keeping it as close to that wall as possible to try to let these guys re-rack him up here and get back to it. Now, this may shake up things here. This may shake up the way that this is all going to play out. We'll have to see how this is all going to go. Stacy, you're right. It is racing hard doesn't make it right. You're correct. The only reason that the call wasn't made is because after reviewing it, we all arced the corner coming into the to try to come into the apex of that corner, and you could see clearly that Aaron was trying to get that truck turned into the corner. Unfortunately, the 7 came off the banking, and it just with the momentum he had, they just met each other at the track. So he should have lifted a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's you got to look at it as a racing incident, I guess. It'd be as hard of a call as that is, guys. Making a live call like that, it would be even harder in the event that both drivers were. I know it doesn't make it right, but in the event that both drivers were playoff drivers. Now, he affected a playoff driver by doing that, so that's something he's going to have to deal with that driver. But at the end of the day, again, it's a tough call, guys. That's all I got to say. It's a tough call. I've made calls before. People are never happy, no matter what call you make. You can never make both parties happy. So unfortunately, we had to make the call the way we did. And to try to keep the consistency going that we had tonight, we have not given any EOLs for any on-track incidents.
Inside.
And so we're going to keep it that way tonight, unless, again, it's blatant. That's the way it's going to work. So, all right. So let's see. We've got. Let's see what we got here.
Hey, Austin and Brad, I'm down on power a little bit, so just want to let y'all know.
Aaron Adcock letting everybody know he's down on power, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like he's going to be able to come back up here and challenge for this race lead. Now, I don't know that Swavely has to win tonight. He has to win. I'm pretty sure he has to actually pull off a win. Now, he has got the older tires, I do believe. So he's going to have to get a good jump, and he's going to have to block. So the 7 better be ready to block, or better be ready for the block, because Bedwell has the newer tires. Swavely's on 33 lap old tires. 46 is on fresh tires too. So. I expect the 38's probably going to delay just a little bit around the corner and then go just to fake him out. There he goes. He did it.
Green flag.
So the 10's going to try to come to the inside of the 7. The 46 is going to try to peek in there as well. We've got 2 laps to go. The 38 has got to win this race. Like I said, folks, he has got to win this race. He's going to block him, I know that. I don't know that was the right call, guys. All right, let's go back. He's not going to be happy, that's for sure.
Good win, Kip.
Nice job, Kip.
Kip pulls off the win.
Way to stay in it, Kip.
What happened to the 7?
God almighty, y'all are really hard.
Oh, the 10 turned.
Big fun at Atlanta next weekend, Flavor.
The 10. Wow. Well, folks, I got to tell you, we missed the restart. That just goes to show you what happens when you drive aggressively, though. Unfortunately, guys, you can't do that. These guys are going to be teammates next season. That's going to be fun. You see that right there, don't you? That was the payback, guys. You cannot drive like that and expect to earn respect from other people, unfortunately. I've said it before. All right. Let me go real quick and see. Bear with me a second here. I want to restart this here because Kip Easley is going to win his first race of the series. We can't undo that here. Let's go back. Let's see him burn it down here. I don't want to. Hold on just a minute. Let's see the 27 burn it down. Yes, sir. Awesome job, man. Great job. I'm looking forward to interviewing that gentleman right there. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and go to commercial break. Actually, you know what? Before that, I want to go back really quick and check out this incident here. This whole calamity that happened here at the end of this race. We knew the 7 had newer tires. The 38, though, the 38 had already come down to block him right here.
Yeah, in here.
So
yeah, what's up? I didn't realize y'all were going to check up that much, dude. I didn't mean to drive in the back of there.
Bear with me just a second, folks. All right, bear with me just a second here, folks. I had to let them know that I was still broadcasting. All right, so right here, I want to see exactly what happened here. So, so the 38 was already okay. So he literally just kind of drove. I don't know. Was he was in front of him before, I do believe. No, I mean he tried to stop him. I mean it's again, these are tough calls, guys. I'm telling you. The only difference here, folks, I got to tell you, as far as the give and take here, Bedwell is already in on points. Swavely is his teammate next season and needs to win. He needs to win to advance. I don't know that was thought out there by the number 7. I really don't. I think ultimately that was a very poor decision on his part. Again, that's my call. That's my opinion personally. But let's see what happens though. Let's see what happens though up here, because Kip Easley is in 5th place, I do believe, when all that's taking place. So the 10 basically repays him for what he just did. And, you know, at the end of the day, like we always say, guys, you race people the way that you want to be raced here. So the 10 and the 46 make contact, and the 27 gets to sneak by right there. And so the 46 is going to bring it across the line. He finishes P2, and then Bedwell somehow sneaks it around there and finishes P3. So, all right, folks, 27, congratulations to him. We're going to hear from all these drivers here in just a minute. We'll be able to ask the 7 of Bedwell exactly what was going through his head right there and how his race went, but we'll check it out here, folks. Bear with me just a minute. Let me go to commercial break. We'll get everybody into pit lane here, or into the the broadcast booth, and then we'll hear from them. So bear with me just a minute. We'll be right back after these messages.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drinks. That's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, we're going to change it up tonight. We're actually going to interview the third place driver here of the number 7 for 3F Racing tonight. We're going to interview him first here, so bear with me just a second as we click on the right driver. And Chris Bedwell, looks like you finished third tonight. You had the fresher tires, had a few little incidents there. Walk us through the last few laps of the race here, and we'll get your perspective.
Yeah, that was just being pretty aggressive. Bumped into Aaron. I was kind of just hard racing into, I guess that's 1 now, and just slid up a smidge, and I think he might have come down a little bit, and then hate it for Aaron. He's a good guy. I already sent him a message apologizing. I'm sure he'll ream me one. But and then coming to that white flag, I just noticed how Richard was really slowing down coming into 3, coming to the white flag. So I'm like, well, I think I can get him there. But then I wasn't expecting him to throw that big of a block. He threw the block all the way down to the practically down the wall. Didn't really have anywhere else to go other than the wall. And I think if I would have hit the wall, I would have bounced up into him anyway, and then would have taken out even more trucks behind us. We ended up taking out a bunch of guys anyway. But all in all, good points night. It sucks to be dominant and then cautions not falling my way and pit strategy not falling my way. But third place is all right.
So the thing that you probably heard in the broadcast is that what I was saying is obviously you and Swaverly are going to be teammates next season. So I don't obviously that's gonna I obviously you guys will get over it before then. But the fact is I don't know if you were thinking necessarily during the race. He had to win to get in. Like, he had to win. There was no he's not going to make it on points. Period. So. Again, I don't know if you guys have talked a little bit, if you guys work together as a team right now. I know you're with 3F Racing, but necessarily going into next season, I don't know if you guys had that conversation, because you're already in on points. You already made it on points, regardless of how this race would have went for you. So had you would have let him go and win the race, you both would have been in the championship. That's the only thing that basically didn't make any sense. So I know you guys are not on the same team right now, so obviously that does make sense in that perspective. But at the same time, I was like, well, that's probably why he was pissed off. So, but because he had to win to get in, and with Ray out, Ray I do believe is still going to make it based on points. I'll have to see how that's all going to play out at the end, but regardless, man, you finished P3. It was messy there at the end, and it was a tough call on my part because at the very end, we did not give ULs all night. I did review it, and at the end of the day, we came to the conclusion that it was going to be a racing incident. So, but we knew you were going to be aggressive because you had the fresher tires. He was actually on 33 lap old tires. I think you were actually on like 2-3 lap old tires. So that's one of the reasons why I think he was lifting in the corner. But anyway, what happened. It is what it is. Obviously, you guys will work it out, and we'll go on to next week. So I look forward to seeing you at Atlanta for the championship Final Four. I do believe you will make it in based on points, but we'll update everybody in Facebook over the next 24 hours and let everybody know who the Final Four is going to be. So thank you, sir, very much, and we'll see you in Atlanta.
Yep, see ya.
Yes, sir. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and interview this next gentleman right here for Race Pass Motorsports, Mr. Joseph Mahar, and the number 46 pulls out a top 2 or a second place finish tonight. Definitely a strong points night for you. I do believe that is definitely going to help hopefully help your chances of making it into the playoffs based on points. I do believe that you were up there, I think, in third as far as the contention goes. And with Richard Swaverly being out, Ray Rogers actually having damage and being out of the race early, there's a lot of different things and factors that have happened tonight that are going to definitely impact how that's all going to play out there at the end. So we'll see how it all works out. I'll try to get those updated as fast as we possibly can. I know Brad Fulham is working in the background trying to get those done before we even get off this broadcast. So thank him for that. But let me get your perspective on the race, how your race went. I know you were up here in the top 10 most of the race, I do believe, and that finish there was pretty wild. I missed the finish, but congratulations on finishing P2.
Yeah, that was a crazy finish. I don't know if I was just talking with Kip. I don't know if I'm good or not. I think it's close. I know Ray got wrecked out, but he had so many stage points in the beginning. He already had I think a 20-point lead on us going in there. So I think he's okay. Chris Bedwell was right in front of me, but then again, he gained some stage points. So I really don't know how it's all gonna work out. So it's gonna be exciting. As for my race, it's so tough to pass at this track. Restarts were killing me all night. I did not have the speed on these restarts. I felt like I had a truck that was a little bit better as the race went on, but by the time, the race goes on, everything's become so equal, and you can't really pass guys because there's really only, the low line, so tough to make it work on old tires. But I knew that last green-white checker was going to be crazy. I knew if Chris Bedwell was going to get up there, it was going to get crazy. And
yeah,
I saw the 38 and him get together. I thought I went to the bottom enough, and then Garrett, I think him and Garrett got together. I didn't realize they were checking up, so I ran in the back of Garrett, and Kip got under me. And props to Kip. That's a good win for him. I know he's been trying for a while, and super happy for him.
I think this is Kip's first win in the series. Same way with you this season. It's we've got 2 drivers that have won for the first time in 3 seasons. We've got some new drivers up here. So hey, I don't care how they win. We've actually had 3 drivers. We've had Daniel Holcroft, we've had you, and now Kip. So we've had a lot of new drivers win this season that haven't pulled off a win yet in the series. So pretty awesome. I'm excited about that. So. But yeah, definitely. Did you end up downshifting at all tonight?
I tried it a couple times.
Everybody that was up in the front was downshifting, and I don't know if that was kind of like the secret sauce at the end of the race. You don't do it initially in the beginning. You have to wait till the tires kind of wear in and wear off. And we had a lot of really great green flag racing tonight. We literally, all the cautions were at the end of the race, basically. So, which we knew was going to happen. I mean, this is a cutoff race, and this is the last race before the championship. So we knew it was going to be pretty aggressive. But in the end, man, it's tough calls because I could have put the 7 in the back of the field. I could have done the 43 the same way. I could have put him in the back of the field for the wreck, and some of the cell spins were not worthy of that, obviously. But they put themselves in the back of the field anyways. And so, there were some tough calls tonight. But all in all, it was a great race. Everything changed when that big wreck happened, and a lot of playoff drivers got taken out. Wyatt Brackett got taken out. Ray Rogers got taken out. The 9 of Brandon Robertson, I believe, was taken out. He was very strong early on in the race. Tyler Dixon as well, our pole sitter, he was strong and ended up spinning around there on the backstretch and collecting a few guys. And so all in all, man, it was a wild race. That's to say the least. Of course, I guess we can expect that at Phoenix, but look forward to seeing you next week at Atlanta. Atlanta is obviously my favorite track, not only because it's my home track, but it's one of my favorite tracks. And it's not the new configuration. I don't believe they're going to sneak that in before we get to it. But if they do, it'd be great. If not, we'll run the old configuration, and then we'll run the new configuration and next season. So, with that said, buddy, give your shout-outs, and we'll see you at Atlanta next week. And we're going to update social media as fast as we possibly can to let everybody know who the Final Four is going to be.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, too, with those wrecks, there were some where if you went on my in-car, man, I don't know how I made it through them. That one on the front with Ray especially, I just turned it to the left and somehow got by. So if I make it in, that's complete luck because I should have been involved in like 2 of those wrecks tonight. But hey, if I do make it in, this is the first time in 3 seasons I've even come this far. I can tell you if I make it in, I'm going forward in Atlanta. And I love that track. I think that's one of my better tracks. And if I can if I make it, I think I got a strong shot in Atlanta. But just gotta, thanks for everything you've done. You've done a great job all season. I know you've wanted to be out here racing with us, and you've kind of broadcasted. Done a great job broadcasting. Hopefully next season we can get you out here on the track racing with us. But just thanks to you for all the work that you do in this league. Thanks to my wife for sharing our stuff every week. Cheering me on. And there's a lot of good racing, and the guys in this league are awesome, and a lot of fun, hard, clean racing tonight, as it should be. So
yeah, absolutely.
Whoever makes it, definitely earned it.
And I'm kind of letting you talk here because I want to stretch this out just a little bit here. Not that I wouldn't let you talk anyways. It's just the fact that I'm sitting here, and that's why I'm being quiet, because I'm actually looking at the points as they're updating. Brad Fulham does an amazing job at getting these updated as fast as he possibly can. Right now he's adding the stage points right now for everybody. The way it sits right now, and again, he hasn't added the second stage yet, but you are currently sitting third in playoff points. So that looks as if I do believe it's going to be. I can't say 100% just yet, but I do believe it's going to be Chris Bedwell, Ray Rogers, yourself, and Austin Shoemaker are going to be our final four. So congratulations. If that is the case, I'll confirm that 100% here. But I do believe, based on what I see, I'm pretty sure that that's going to play out the way I do believe it's going to play out. So it's going to be close, though, because Richard Swavely's 19 points behind the leader. So you and Richard Swavely are 9 points you and Richard Swavely have 9 points separation, and I do believe the second stage has not been updated yet. So I'll actually, yeah, it does look like it's being updated right now. So I'll let you know. Listen to the broadcast. You'll hear my final results here before the end of the broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and pull Kip in here so we can hear from him, and we'll see you next week, buddy. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, good job tonight, Kip. If you're listening, awesome job, dude. See you next week in Atlanta.
All right, buddy. Thank you. All right, folks. Let's hear from our race winner. I think he's been in victory lane there for quite a while tonight. He's been patient with me here, as we wanted to hear from him last so that we can hear all of the amazing things that happened with this race tonight, and obviously pulling off his first win in the Tuesday Night Racing Series. That is none other than Mr. Kip Easley in the number 27. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. What a wild finish.
Yeah, well, way to finish the season with a win. I mean, regardless of whether you're in the playoffs or not, a win's a win, buddy.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I knew on that last restart there with when it was a green-white checker, I really didn't. I thought something like this could happen. I just never know, especially with the four playoff drivers that were up there. I knew they were going to be battling out because I knew the race was close, and just kind of had herself in the right place at the right time and got lucky, I guess.
Well, Dawn said that she wished she could have captured your facial expressions or your reaction when you won. So I hope that she did, so that we can post it on in the Discord on social media. But
yeah, she was sitting beside me. I'm sure it was a good one.
Well, awesome job, man! Congratulations on your. I believe this is your first win, right, in the Tuesday Night Racing Series.
Yeah, it's the very first one. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. We've had Daniel. Now it's James's turn. So no pressure, James. Next season, you're gonna have to win. And so Daniel has pulled off a win, and you have pulled off a win for your team, Four Horsemen Motorsports. So congratulations to you guys, you and James's team. I think is it your team or James' team?
No, it's James.
It's James' team. Okay, so but congratulations to Four Horsemen Motorsports. You guys have done a great job this season. Although all of the wins came at the end of the season, you guys, Daniel had a very strong season, a very consistent season, even though he's had a lot of bad luck here lately. And made it into the first round of the playoffs, and then it was eliminated in round 8. But at the end of the day, making it to the playoffs itself is an accomplishment, and not only pulling off a win. So you guys have both won this season. So congratulations, man, at Phoenix, nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely not my strongest track. I like the track. I think I was, roughly a top 10 car toward the back of the top 10. But once I started burning the tires off, I just couldn't hang with these guys.
Yeah, and I just and actually you winning tonight really put a wrench. It really put a spoiler in the playoffs because now it allowed 3 of the playoff drivers to come into. We knew that there would be at least 3 of the playoff drivers based on points, not based on wins. So, and the way it plays out here, just for those that are tuning in, I do believe that all of the points are updated at this moment in time, and I think I can officially call the 4 playoff drivers for all those tuning in. We've got Austin Shoemaker, who won last week. Obviously, with Kip winning this week, that has allowed Ray Rogers, Chris Bedwell, and Joseph Mahar will be our top 4 drivers. So that was correct when I was speaking to Joseph Mahar. I was waiting for the final updates. And so those will be our final 4 drivers of the playoffs as it stands right now. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any penalties for what happened. We'll see. I've got to figure that out. So I don't think that there will be. I can't see that happening, but we'll see. But congratulations, man. Give your shout outs to everybody. And I know your wife's probably sitting right next to you, but you can thank her for always tuning in and being supportive and always being in the chat. I appreciate that. I know that. I'm sure she hears it, but truly appreciate her always tuning in and watching us on the broadcast. Even though I'm not the greatest broadcaster in the world, I do my best to try to bring these races to everybody because they are exciting, and we've got a great group of guys, and I hope that I know that that'll continue next season.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely got to thank her. She lets me do this, several nights a week, and I'm tied up doing it for several hours. So definitely thank her, and she's always supporting me and cheering me on in the comments or giving me a hard time. So I enjoy going back and reading that. I do want to apologize to Wyatt. I got into him a little bit earlier, slid up the track, and obviously he didn't make it through. So I hate that for him. I haven't been able to go back and watch the replay. And then obviously I can't go without saying thanks to James for having me on the team, Brad and Daniel. Those guys are a good group of guys, and they help me out, and we help each other out, and it shows. And last but not least, definitely I want to say thanks to you, Dylan, for putting on the league. I enjoy this league. You do a great job with it, and it's super fun, and I'm glad to pull off a win.
I appreciate it, man. We all, as a team in this entire series, is what makes it what it is, and I'm just the guy at the wheel, I guess. But at the end of the day, this wouldn't be a league without all you guys. So I appreciate you all being here, and I appreciate you all putting always on a great performance and all of the support that all of you tuning in out there tonight. We actually had a really great audience all night. You guys stuck with us when I had to reboot my computer. And you guys actually, we didn't drop any viewership during that time, which I was surprised because I thought because we were on hold momentarily, they couldn't see the race at the moment. And everybody stayed here to watch you guys race this out at the end of the season, and we've got one more race left. Hopefully, you can pull a spoiler off there in Atlanta, and it's definitely going to shake things up here for the points battle, as I do believe these guys are going to be. I want to say we've got basically I think an 18-point gap from the 4th place driver to the leader. So I think we've got it's going to be a tight race. So if anything happens in the race on next Tuesday, it could change the whole dynamic of who's going to win the championship. So it's going to be exciting to watch. I can't wait for it. I wish I could race with you guys. Atlanta's my favorite track, but we'll watch you guys on Tuesday, and I'll be cheering you all on. Thank you, buddy.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too. All right, folks. You heard it from our race winner, Kip Easley for Four Horsemen Motorsports. Somebody that obviously I appreciate a lot as well, simply because he's going to be in another series of ours on Sunday nights, the MPI Cup Series, which is known right now as the SimMax Cup Series. He will be actually the team owner that I'll be joining over there next season with him and James Kunkel, as well as Daniel Holcroft and Ryan Kendall. So it's going to be a very dynamic team. I'm looking forward to getting back into the Chevy. I'm looking forward to get back into the. Actually, I don't think I was ever in the number 8 car, but I'll be driving the number 8 car next season, and I'm I'm just looking forward to the teamwork and the team the team that he's put together over there that I get to participate in. So this makes it really special to obviously congratulate him on a win, first time in 3 seasons that he's pulled off a win here in the Tuesday Night Racing Series. It just goes to show you folks that this is not easy. It really isn't easy. This takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of experience to drive these cars in this simulator. I'm telling you, if you guys think it's a game, hop on iRacing and try to do it. It's very, very difficult. And you can only get better with experience, and it's truly a challenge, which is what brings us all back to the simulator each and every week, and to race in a series like this in the Tuesday Night Racing Series. I mean, this is just one of hundreds of probably thousands of series that are hosted on iRacing, and I'm blessed to obviously own the series here, but at the end of the day, again, as I mentioned to Kip, is what makes the series great is the fact that we have the drivers that we have, and we're always looking for new drivers, new teams to come on board and to race with us, and to be competitive and clean and respectful. And we have a great rules package. We've got a great group of guys that are here. We have a lot of clean racing. We have a very challenging schedule for next season. So I encourage you to look us up on Facebook if you're not already on Facebook, and send us a private message if you're already on iRacing and you love to drive these Gander outdoor trucks. Reach out to us, and we will be starting season 4 and towards the end of February of this year. So we'll be looking forward to that, and hopefully look forward to some of you out there that are tuning in or know people that are tuning in that can join us. So with that said, folks, let's go ahead and go through the final grid. Or I'm sorry, not the grid. Let's go through the final results here for this evening's race. As we see, let me make sure I got the right button here. So we've got Kip Easley, who finishes first, obviously. Joseph Mahar, which you heard from, in second. Chris Bedwell third. Garrett Brown fourth. Matt Grenier fifth. Chris Shoemaker sixth. Brad Fulham pulls out a 7th place finish. Aaron Adcock gets unfortunately damaged, gets into that late incident. I believe he probably could have ran away with the race win. However, due to the incidents there, he ended up falling back to P8. Austin Shoemaker 9th, Richard Swavely 10th, Barry Knapp 11th, Dana Shepard 12th, Daniel Holcroft 13th, Tony Edrington 14th, Wyatt Brackett 15th, Tyler Dixon 16th, Brandon Robertson 17th, Ray Rogers 18th, Logan Russell 19th, James Kunkel 20th, David Brackett 21st, David Harden 22nd, and then of course you see myself there as race control and broadcasting. So folks, I want to thank you so much for always tuning in, and obviously all of your support, as I always say each and every week. I truly appreciate it. I know that. Every time I look at the viewership, I always see that we have 300, 400, 500 people watching our broadcasts each and every week on just one social media channel. We broadcast on 3. I've never really added up the total amount of viewership that we have, but we definitely have a good reach. And I just truly appreciate you sharing the just appreciate you guys sharing the broadcasts and the league itself with other people and family members and everybody. I just truly appreciate it. So we're going to go on to Atlanta next week. I am definitely looking forward to the action that Atlanta provides. This will be the last race for the Tuesday Night Racing Series on the old configuration, if iRacing has scanned it into the new season, which I do believe is going to be out fairly soon. Next season, we will be having the championship again at Atlanta, but we will also be holding the All-Star race in Atlanta as well. And so we've got some exciting action taking place for Season 4, which we'll post on social media, more of the details as time goes on. And we're looking forward to all of that, all of those things, folks. If you know anybody, companies out there that are looking for broadcasting opportunities, we obviously broadcast here on the Tuesday Night Racing Series. It's all internal. We do provide broadcasting or advertising packages. They're very affordable. If you have a small video or you have an e-commerce business and you want your business or logo either featured on our broadcast, please reach out to us. We do have very affordable packages for next season. We'd love to broadcast your company and bring more awareness to that. And that brings me to thanking our season supporters that we have currently advertisers that have come on board with us and that have supported this league, and those companies are Light Electric Company General Contractors, Thomas Light. I want to thank him for his support for this season, even though he hasn't raced pretty much the entire season. I do want to thank him for that, as well as ADK Coolers, adkcoolers.com. That is my company, but I obviously support my own league, and truly want to bring awareness to my company, as it's fairly new, it's a few years old, but definitely some really great products out there for you to check out. And then, of course, Rhymesick Coin, who hopped on board with us there late at the beginning of the season and supported us as well. I truly appreciate all of the support from everybody here in the league, as well as all of you out there tuning in. So with that said, folks, we're going to go ahead and hang it up here for the night. Until next time, next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll see you guys at Virtual Atlanta for the championship race with a round of 4. Until then, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.